All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of GMS. Peace, salutations, blessings to all the Akim, laboring this truth. All right. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, it's Brother Gashon. And, I titled this lesson Foundations of Earth Out of Course. All right, referring to Psalms chapter 82, verse 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. All right. And what does Job 9:24 say? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So under this current rulership, underneath the rulership of Esau Edom, whom is the wicked, referring to Malachi chapter 1 and chapter 4. All right. The foundations of the earth are out of course. All right. These devils have turned everything upside down. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So again, the Bible is really detailed on the characteristics of the wicked. All right. Let me get this real quick. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So obviously, the righteous are not in authority. All right, because the people are not rejoicing. All right. Let me get this real quick. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. All right. And like brother's been going into, we see, the signs of the times. All right. The war drums. All right. You got, Russia, in Ukraine, and, battle on the great America, that whore is trying to, back Ukraine while also, backing the land of Israel with Iran and also backing the land of Taiwan against China. All right, but hey, these proud devils are spread too thin. All right. And, as it says, the sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. All right. We understand the times we're in via the signs. All right. Let me get Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. All right. And this is referring to, America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom, Egypt. All right. Through America pushing its ways, its conversation, filthy conversations, its ways of life, throughout the world, having the whole world drinking that wine, all right, causing confusion. So the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Hey, and these are the times we're coming into, all right, with this pandemic. All right, and that's just the start of it. That's these devils, the Lord putting it in these devils' heart to move, to speed up. All right, because these devils know that they have but a short time. Hey, go on. No, go on, man. Shut the door. Get on with it. Shut the door. Salakia. All right, these devils know that they have but a short time, referring to Revelation 12:12. And, Yahweh Shah, they're going to put it in their mind, all right, their heart to come down with that great wrath. All right. Isaiah 24:10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And again, all right, you're hearing these rumors of wars, all right, referring to Matthew 24. All right. And what it say, this is the beginning of sorrows. All right, there should be famine, plagues, destruction. All right. Let me get this real quick. Salakia. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. All right, and going into this is Ezra, having this vision. Verse 17 says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? All right, because the prophets of old, when they had these visions, all right, they didn't know if they was going to be in, the time back then, all right, or time to come. So that's why Ezra is saying, he's seeing himself in the vision, all the destruction taking place. He's saying, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? All right. So, it's just, you can imagine how terrible the vision actually was. All right. This is verse 18, 2nd Ezra 16:18. The beginning sorrows and great mournings. All right. So, hey, we here. All right. And the word has been going out, starting with the elder apostles on down, a lot among the brothers. The word is going out. All right. What time we in, true names of the Heavenly Father and Son, Yahweh Shah. All right. whom the devil, the Bible speaks of, which is Esau, Edom. All right. The so-called white man. All right. And again, if you have, if the Lord bless you with eyes to see, all right, then you should be able to, receive that. You look at the things these devils have done and covered up. All right, look at the track record, all right, of Esau, Edom. How, just for example, how was the land of America got? All right, by rape, rob, murder. Okay, that's exactly how all everything these devils have, like ill-gotten gains. All right. All right. Again, 2nd Ezra 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. All right. And again, Ezra is saying, what shall I do when these evils shall come? All right, but being in the stead of the hopeful elect, we're the have faith and hearkening to the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, all right, and remain faithful, all right, therein. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. All right, because wickedness, wickedness had exceedingly polluted this whole earth. All right. And how about Shem Shah? Hey, ain't gonna hold his tongue no more, as it says, in the previous chapter. All right. Hey, shalom to the brother Yashami. So I can't pronounce it right. Yashami, tribe of Judah. Yeah, second Ezra's 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, sword in their hands. All right. Hey, and that's exactly what these devils are pushing. They're pushing the pushing to cause order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. All right. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. All right. And we seeing this, over in Australia and these other countries. All right. They trying to push their agenda. All right. Make everybody, comply with that serpent juice. All right. It's coming here. I mean, you got New York, I think Chicago, is the start of these wicked decrees, these wicked mandates that these devils is pushing. All right. But what is this going to cause? This is going to cause sedition among men, as well as the plagues that's going forth throughout the earth. The pestilences. All right. It's all going to cause sedition. All right. As I said, invading one another, for lack of bread, lack of, food in these famines. All right. People ain't going to, the people of the world, the 2/3, these heathen nations, whomever ain't received this true, ain't trust, in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and whomever don't have that hedge of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, these people going to bug out. All right. Again, St. Ezra's 15, verse 16 from the brother Yashama, tribe of Judah. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes. All right, modern day kings would be, your government, the police. All right, nor princes in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and we are about to, we're about to be in some very peerless times, very evil times, bad times. All right, back to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. All right, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? In America, being that hammer of the whole earth. All right, these devils, basically control the earth through their military. All right, through their they got a stronghold on the earth. All right, they control all the resources. They go into these other countries, and basically take over. Hostile takeover. Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon, all right, America, become a desolation among the nations? Hey, and again, in the starting this next year, we're about to see. We had a little taste of when they locked everything down. All right, the streets were empty. A lot of people, a lot of these small business owners, pretty much lost their businesses. All right, but hey, the times to come, we're gonna see. We're gonna see this in a whole new light. All right, because thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right, it's prophesied. It's starting with the prophets of old. All right, all the way up into the apostles, the elder apostles on down, a lot of my brothers, whom is bringing out this word. All right, the city of confusion is being broken down by prophecy, but also like say in Second Thessalonians, what say roughly paraphrasing, the wicked be consumed by the word. All right, the spirit of the word. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. I'll start verse 2. And the Lord answered me, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right, again, through the spirit and power, how about Shemashah? All of us, brothers, sisters, whomever the Lord has opened their eyes, breathed that breath, all right, spiritually awoken. Hey, just like I say, this is plain upon tables. All right, we have, starting with the elder apostles on down like my brothers, we have, the Lord has set up pastors according to his heart to, feed us with this knowledge, referring to Jeremiah 3:15. All right. But once we, receive this knowledge and gain this understanding, then it becomes plain upon tables what these scriptures is talking about. Huh? And again, in the times we're in, the signs that the Bible say, to look for at the end of days. Hey, if you call yourself a so-called Bible thumper or church person or whatever, all right, and you ain't bringing out the prophecies of the Bible, you don't have any understanding of the destruction to come, then hey man, the Lord, the Spirit, the Lord ain't dealing with you, all right, But for all the Arkham that can see, all right, we like I said, plain upon tables, and if the water how about outside, all right, because the Lord is the one that get the increase. All right. Said, make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. For the vision, again, it takes a spiritual vision to be able to receive this message at the end of the day. All right. It's like Yahushua said, when the disciples asked, I think it was disciples, when they asked Yahushua, roughly paraphrase, why hast thou speakest in parables? Yahushua said, here, I'm going to get it real quick, Salakia. I don't want to butcher it. They ask you how shy, why hast thou speakest in parables? Matthew chapter 13, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Verse 11. He answered them and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them is not given. All right. So again, this Bible, the Bible is a mystery. All right. Some is, you can read it and how to understand, but some you're gonna have to have, a teacher, and you're gonna have to have, the Spirit dealing with you to be able to receive it. All right. Because again, elder apostles, hey man, they be rebuking, edifying. I would say Proverbs 27:5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. All right. Ain't no matter how many times brothers, be rebuking, so-called learned individuals whom teach or been taught a contrary doctrine. Hey, they're not gonna get it. All right. The Lord, put that block on them. All right. At least they repent or, whatever. All right. At least Yahweh Shemashah get mercy upon them, and they come around. But again, we understand that this is not for everybody. Lord willing, we be a part of it. All right. But hey, we have eyes to see and ears to hear. Again, the water Yahweh Shemashah. All right. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for a appointed time. All right. The vision of destruction of America, Babylon the Great, the vision, of the times before the destruction, all right, the times before the end. All right, hey, we're seeing those signs, the end time signs come to pass. We're seeing these devils push forth a global agenda that involves everybody. They want everybody to participate. All right. And you go to Revelation 13:16, and what it say? He causeth all. They want participation from everybody. All right. And that is that is like a key end time prophecy, the Taragma. All right. These devils are playing with the word on YouTube. All right. You can't, freedom of speech is out the door. All right. You can't speak against anything. You can't we can't even read, can't even bring out Revelation 13:16 sometimes. Hey, these devils, you know what I mean? That's Amos 8:11. All right, the famine of the word, and we see all this war talk going on, over there, Russia, Ukraine. Russia ain't messing around. Russia done was, I heard news clip, from the brother had on live stream, and it's going into Russia cut the gas to Germany, which distributes the natural gas, to rest of the EU nations. All right, and that's what Russia saying. Like the brother's going into, hey, y'all ain't gonna mess around. This is between us and Ukraine. Y'all mess around, and y'all gonna freeze to death because we're gonna cut your gas. All right, and that's Russia's, stronghold in that region. That's how they make their money, and that's also keeps some other countries from messing with them, because at any given time they could cut their gas. All right. And again, like brothers going into, that's all these everything that's going on is because of the ways of America. America is involved in everybody else's business, all right, causing all this turmoil, chaos in the earth, and everybody has to pay for America's bullshit. All right. America is just, sitting over here like, hey, they ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? Proud ass devils, living deliciously. All right. All right, let me get this again. Said Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and will not tarry. Isaiah 55, verse 11, the words, roughly paraphrase, the words of Yahweh, words of Yahweh Shemashai, not going to come back void. All right. All right, everything that is written going to come to pass. Everything that had been written, that already passed. All right. The same with everything that is to come. It's going exactly how it played out. All right. Yahweh, Shemashai in control. All right. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, and it's going to Esau, Edom, the wicked. But the just, all right, shall live by his faith. So again, we understand in the times we're in, all right, we're going to have mercy from on high, that hedge, and, Lord willing, Yahweh Shemashai, give us that strength, and we keep that faith and endure until the end. All right. Verse 5, yet also because he transgresseth by wine. All right, again, that word wine is going into the philosophies. All right, Esau, Edom, this democracy. All right, the ways of death. All right, as it's going to go into, it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Again, these devils have beef, issues throughout the whole earth and every other country. All right, they and everybody else's business, causing infliction upon Ukraine, the EU, All right, EU got their gas shut off because of how America feels about Ukraine and Russia. All right, you know, hey man, these devils to a T. All right, and they never neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. All right, and hey, what these devils? That's all they know. It's death, rape, rob, murder, kill, steal, destroy. You know, Revelation 6:4. You know, these devils take peace from the earth. John 10:10. Thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy. All right, so and cannot be satisfied. All right, you got the wicked elites, the Amalek, these devils, these rich devils. They can't be satisfied. All right, it's not in their DNA to be satisfied. Said, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Exactly what these devils are doing. You know, America basically controlling, you know, its allies, all right, the EU and these other countries, all right, that are joined hand in hand with America. All right, but we know the time gonna come where the Lord gonna put it in their heart, the kings of these other nations, you know, the NATO nations, the Ten Horn nations, to hate the whore. All right, and you're gonna have Russia, China, you know, and all these other nations, and they're gonna shoot their arrows, them ICBM missiles, you know, to America. All right. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 6 says, should not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And who does that? All right, America. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, and that word clay goes into debt. America is in debt, thick debt, continually rising. All right, that debt clock. You know, I think the elder I seen a couple brothers do it, but last brother, I think the elder Apostle Gabar, maybe. It might have been a Ramraw, Apostle Ramraw. But the debt clock is like however many trillions of, you know what I mean? It's going, just spinning, you know, just spinning, man, going up constantly. Says, should they not rise up suddenly? Should they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? So because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Okay, so again, let's see. Slock, let me get this real quick. Cause this is what's gonna come, you know. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay? Yeah, America's allies will take part in the destruction, all right, by way of fire, their ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right. But hey, for all the brothers, you know, sisters whom living by faith, who receive this word, who trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, hey, that's what it is. Let's get this 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. All right. All right, let's get this again. Isaiah 24, verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man might come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. Hey, again, we come into these times. All right, to begin sorrows, being Jacob's trouble. The mirth of the land gonna be gone. All right. So in the city is left desolation, the gate is smitten with destruction. Isaiah 47, verse 1, come down and set in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, come down and set in the dust, confusion, destruction, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Again, Babylon being America. Why they call it virgin daughter? All right, daughter of Babylon, because it takes on the ancient Babylon's ways, all right, ancient Rome's ways, and virgin because it's never been penetrated. America has never been penetrated by, another country, making war on the land of America. Okay. O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans. And Chaldeans, going into Esau. All right. Esau, Edom. Same thing with Mount Seir. You don't want to say prophesy against Mount Seir. Prophesy against Esau. All right. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. So thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man. Because when Yahushua, Yahushua gonna make that return. I ain't gather the elect, destruction gonna come. The missiles gonna be shot over here, America, Babylon the Great, or wherever they gonna touch down. But mainly over here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, Yahushua gonna make that return. Before the missiles touch down. Gather up the elect. All right, throughout the earth. All right, and like I say, he said, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, because the return of Yahushua gonna come in all his glory and power. All right, returning in the chariot. All right, in the angelic body. Let's see. Let me get this Isaiah chapter. Back in Isaiah 24. I'll give. Verse 3, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Again, the earth in the hand of wicked. All right, the wicked bear rule. The people mourn. The earth mourn. The animals, everything is defiled underneath the rulership of these devils. All right. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. They don't keep none of the Most High's laws. All right. These devils completely just do what they do. Changed the ordinances, broke the everlasting covenant. Therefore, as the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Let me get this real quick. Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. All right, again, the dead, all these spiritual dead people out here in the earth. All right. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. All right, prophets. All right, the 144,000 and the 1/3. All right. And to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. I say, you know, they gonna Esau gonna get it. All right. Esau gonna get it. Let's see, brother God. Like the water up for the precepts. Yep. So brother Yashima, tribe of Judah, Jeremiah 51 verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations had drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad as fire. All right, again, going to, these other countries, all right, drinking of that cup, all right, partaking in the ways of Babylon, America, the ways that lead to death. And they mad about it because they sin, here they are. All right, here's, this thing, here's the EU countries, Germany over there, hey, our gas is cut off. All right, and who's to blame? All right, America, hey, the Lord plaguing them. All right, the Lord sending out these plagues. All right, because why? Because America pushing this, alphabet shit throughout the earth. All right, you know what I mean? Hey, all forms of wickedness. All right, they have pushed their ways upon the world. All right, they go into these other countries. These are small countries, to take over. They say, hey, you're going to play ball. We're going to set up democracy, yada yada. If they don't want to do that, well, look what happened to the, what was that? Was it Africa? They weren't playing ball with that juice. And what happened? They took the dude out. It's a couple other ones. They didn't want to play ball. Hey, they struck him out. All right, set up somebody at Wood. Start shipping their juice. All right, and that's just how it is. That's how these devils get down. Same brother, Jeremiah 51 verse 8. Babylon suddenly fall and destroy. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for judgment reaches unto heaven. All right, we're to forsake her mentally, all right, Micah 2:10, rise ye and depart, for this is not our rest. We are, departing from, the ways of America, the ways of wickedness, all right, and coming back into Yahweh Shemiyah Shah to the best of our ability, rehearsing righteous acts, all right, to the best of our ability. Again, we understand we're in this wicked flesh, let's say just man falls 7 times, get back up, Lord will, all right, but we understand we have, Yahweh Shah, that physician, all right, and Lord, Lord willing, we be a part of hopeful elect, and Lord have mercy upon us. But as for Babylon, America is not healed. All right, we're forsaking this place, we're forsaking Esau. All right, forsaking the world. We said 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, roughly paraphrased, love not the world, neither things that are in the world. For if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world is I think empty. It's lucky. Let me get it. Yeah, 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passes away. All right, this world, and the wicked rulers of this world, being Esau, Edom, all right, all these other heathen nations who join hand in hand. Hey, how's Shai going to establish the kingdom? It's gonna be the earth gonna be set up in righteousness. Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning to come, they're beginning to follow. All right. So, in this world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. All right. Let me get that real quick. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. I'll start verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So, Jacob holding the heel of Esau, all right, representing, pulling down, or the end thereof. All right, so it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow with it. Romans chapter 9, verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right, so again, Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh, Lord of hosts, and Slakia, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Okay. In the same book, but first chapter, Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. So again, in Romans, all right, Romans chapter 9, it iterates that, all right, and Malachi, chapter 1. And also, Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. All right, so, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, going into that 1,000 years. Revelation would talk about, the 1,000 years. The devil should not deceive for 1,000 years. Let me get it real quick. And then be loose for a little season. Revelation chapter 20, verse 3. Also verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. All right, devil going into deceiver, all right, or accuser of thy brethren. Satan, going into adversary, and bound him 1,000 years. All right, Esau Edom is accuser of thy brethren, the adversary, and to the righteous. All right, verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit. I think that's over there in Europe, over there with, their crops and stuff don't grow good. All right, it's the bottomless pit. It's not rich in nutrients and soil. They have to get a lot of import. They don't grow good over there. Saying shut him up, over there in like the Caucasus Mountains and stuff. All right. And set a seal upon him. All right, the Lord put the seal upon the wicked, on Esau, on the Edomites. All right, that he should not deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. So again, the 1,000 years was going into, the dark ages, the times before the Renaissance. All right, that's why it says, again, Malachi chapter 1, verse 3, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right. And back to Revelation 20, verse 3 says, and set a seal upon him, that he shall deceive the nations no more, till 1,000 years shall be fulfilled, And after that, he must be loosed a little season. All right. And hey, this is that little season where Esau Edom has been loose, has gone out to be the devil and Satan that he is and deceive the world. All right. But what it said elect, I'm not going, you can't deceive the elect, roughly paraphrasing that. The Lord, Yahweh Shah, the spirit of power, Yahweh Shah. All right, this word, the spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, all right, is gathering the elect, which Lord will, we are the hopeful number. All right. But the word is doing together, and Yahweh Shah doing together. All right. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, so again, this is talking about Esau, and Revelation is talking about the devil and Satan. All right. Hey, that's what it's talking about. That's what it is. Whereas Edom says we are impoverished because the Lord laid their mountains, their heritage, desolate waste. But we will return and build the desolate places which they had done. All right, starting at the beginning of the Renaissance. It says, thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness. So these devils have built, but the Lord has destruction set to take place. All right, in the very near future. All right, very soon. All right, Bob, very soon. All right, like the brother always say. And shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. All right, the Lord had indignation forever. All right, man. I don't think I finished this. Salakia. Jeremiah 51 verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up to the skies. Yeah, the brother posted the Revelation 17:16, and I'll get it again. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, again, these EU, NATO nations, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her in fire. For the Most High I put it in their hearts, put in their minds. You know what Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. For Most High I put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. All right. this one world beast, ancient Roman, Babylonian, whatever the hell they got going on, man, is a bunch of wickedness. Hey, they all agree, they all agreed to give their kingdom to the beast, and to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Again, the Lord going to start with, the Medes, the Russians, all these other countries. The time going to come where that the prophecy going to be fulfilled. All right. Yeah, brother. Jeremiah 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend a bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows. All right, in modern day, bow and the arrows, all right, going to those silos in the missiles. All right. I see being missiles, with the nukes inside them. I see on RT News, one of the ones in Russia driving around in the truck. You see the little windows of the truck, and this thing had like 20 tires on it. You got 4 tires in the front that turn, a whole roll of tires, on both sides in the back, and then like 4 or 6 in the back that turn. Like 12 by 12. I don't know. Hey, but they're probably about 50 yards long. All right, over 100 feet long or so. Big old ICBM silo on, on the whole length of the vehicle. You know what I mean? It's driving through the mud like, man, whoo. Hey, that's the thing. America, these proud ass devils over here, hey, they, man, they don't stand no chance. Russia going, man. But hey, Yahweh Shai gonna mess everybody up. All right, Yahweh Shai gonna mess them all up. All right, he's just gonna use these other nations. All right, because it's all the power, the will of Yahweh Shai. You know, at the end of the day. Verse 15: Shoot against her round about, and she had given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she has done. Do unto her. Yeah. And shalom. Shalom to all the, sincere Akim, Akwaltim, Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Brakathum. Hey, like brothers be saying, we in beautiful times, all right. These devils, referring to Revelation 12:12, about to come out that great wrath. Hey, the word, they gonna cut this word. All right. Like I say, the time might come, the Lord gonna put on our spirit. We gonna have to be as pilgrims upon this earth. All right. Being, Lord willing, being guided, in the spirit, all right, and be able to endure until the end. But hey, we're gonna keep watch, keep blowing the trumpet, to the best of our abilities, Lord will. And hey man, we like I say Sirach, I think Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. We get that real quick. I'll close with that one. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which I judge in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I utter on my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. All right. So, hey, us Akim, although we're in this wicked flesh, hey, we seeking Yahweh Shem Yahshai, in truth and sincerity. All right. Lord willing, we are, pleasing Yahweh Shem Yahshai with our labor of love, All right. So like I say, Lord, it's like I lost my train of thought there. Let me get it real quick again. Yeah, man that had joy of his children, and he that lived to see the fall of his enemy. So, Lord will, Yahweh Shashai, had joy with, us, his children, us, being servants, Yahweh Shashai, and Lord will, we already witnessed it, to an extent, but, to be able to live, tell the salvation, Lord will be a part of it. Hey, see the complete destruction of our enemies. Hey, that's what it say though. Had judged in my heart to be happy, a 10th I utter my tongue, man that had joy of his children, and he that lived to see the fall of his enemy. All right, so make the Lord happy for his children that he had joy of, to be able to see the fall of the enemy. All right, at the end of the day. So, Lord willing, it's edifying, the water for the precepts, brothers, Kwam Yasha'ala about ball DTA soon, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halon, Yahweh, Bashim Yahshah, Bashim Kwakadash. Shalom.